In the last 5 weeks, as a new mom, she'd call me almost every day and say, this is the greatest job I have on earth.
A young couple eventually got married after falling in love. Although this story sounds like something most people are dying to experience in their lifetime, it is by no means envy-inducing. Although Amber and her parents noticed warning signs, they never imagined that Amber's husband would kill her. Let's explore this sad story and the events that led Robert to murder Amber, who had recently given birth to their child. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Amber's family and friends. Today's case takes us to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is the capital city of the state of Indiana, located in the central part of the state. It is the largest city in Indiana and the 15th largest city in the United States. The city has a population of around 880,000 residents. Indianapolis is known for its vibrant sports culture. In Indiana, a little over 42% of Hoosier women report experiencing intimate partner violence. The rate amounts to the fifth highest percentage in the country. Among men in the state, the rate is nearly 28%. Born on September 28, 1997, Amber Morgan's kind demeanor, maternal nature, and compassionate heart serve as the finest models for the youngest and most gullible pupils. She was born and raised in Indianapolis and attended Lawrence North High School. She studied at the New Jersey Institute of Technology, where she earned a business degree with an emphasis on entrepreneurship and innovation. Amber participated in sports from the age of 3 until she graduated from college. Morgan, a 26-year-old kindergarten teacher at Victory College Prep, was pursuing a Master of Arts degree at Marian University in early childhood education and teaching. Her scheduled graduation year was 2025. Amber was characterized by many who knew her as having a champion's heart. She embodied love. She would surpass all expectations in whatever that was asked of her. She gave the impression that everything was simple. For the sake of her work ethic alone, she was among the most inspiring people. Victory College Prep's K-6 principal spoke of how Morgan always had a smile on her face when she arrived at work. She went above and beyond to ensure that every child achieved success. Whether a child was in kindergarten or 6th grade, she would reach out to them to see how she might brighten their day if she felt that they weren't understanding or were having a rough day. As a new mother, Morgan was ecstatic about the birth of her daughter, Audrey, who she had recently given birth to. She informed her mother that one of the greatest occupations in the world is being a mom. She was a wife, a mother, a sister, and a daughter. Her husband went by the name of Robert Cooley. Robert was a Crispus Attucks High School alumnus and a resident of Indianapolis. He was a student at Pella, Iowa's Central College. He left after a year to complete his studies at Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, where he studied business marketing for his degree. After that, he went back to Indianapolis and started a part-time course at Ivy Tech. Robert was employed by Amazon as well, however it was reported that he was let go. Robert and Amber prioritized the same things, achieving their objectives and starting a family, and would make a wonderful partnership given their education and work ethic. Following their romance, they were joined in marriage. Up to Robert's employment loss, they were ecstatic about the new chapter in their life. Amber was left with all financial obligations. She had to provide for her husband, herself, and her newborn child. Their marriage suffered as a consequence, and they drifted apart. Roberts verbally harassed Morgan as a result. Though they always assumed it was a phase that would pass, Amber's parents saw how he began to change. Tragically, his verbal attacks turned deadly. Until, according to court documents, Morgan's husband reported to Indianapolis Metropolitan Police that he killed her by beating her, shot her in the head, and slashed her throat. On June 1, 2024, just after 7 in the morning, police were called to a house in the 3000 block of Armory Drive, which is close to 30th Street and east of the White River. There, they saw 25-year-old Robert Cooley coming out of a garage door, blood all over his clothes. Cooley responded, "I did something bad," as soon as he noticed the officers. "I must go to prison." Court documents state that he gave no explanation for the attack's motivation. When emergency personnel discovered Morgan in a bedroom upstairs, they declared her dead. Inside the house, authorities discovered the infant Audrey as well. Although the family did not witness any indications of violence, Morgan's stepfather said they were aware that they quarreled like a young couple going through issues. Morgan's stepfather stated, "We were not aware of anything that would have led to this." Obviously, there's going to be a certain amount of anger, frustration, and regret for not being able to see something like this.
We'll stay with I-Team 8 tonight and the disturbing murder of a kindergarten teacher. She had also become a mother recently when police say she had been killed by her husband. I-Team 8's Kat Sandoval is talking with her parents, sharing their heartbreak and what their message is tonight.
Just a few steps from where I'm standing is where they found 26-year-old Amber Morgan's body. She was brutally murdered, and we got a chance to speak to her parents.
This was a woman that they don't make them like that.
Corey Morgan described his daughter as a bright star who loved being a mother.
That Friday night, she went to Costco with her mother, and she took everything up 2 flights of stairs, having a 5-week-old baby.
That was the last time the parents saw her. Corey requested we call his daughter by her maiden name, Morgan. Her husband, Robert Cooley, confessed to the murder, telling officers, "I did something bad. I need to go to jail, and then later I took my wife's life." Police found Amber Saturday morning in her home. Police say her face was beaten so severely she was unrecognizable. She was shot in the head and her throat. Officers saw blood on Cooley's hands and clothing. Amber's parents say there were red flags with Cooley, but didn't think it would go this far.
He was verbally abusing her and what I would call starting to spiral out of control since a little shortly before the birth of the baby.
He threatened me. He tried to engage in a physical altercation with me.
Amber's mom tells us Amber asked for a petition for dissolution of marriage papers the night before she was killed.
We think that he tried to confront her, and she told him something he didn't want to hear.
Amber was a kindergarten teacher at Victory Prep. She taught there for a year.
She just cared for others deeply. She just had a history of connecting with anyone.
Her husband faces a preliminary murder charge and is in Marion County Jail without bond. The parents tell me they will be adopting Amber's 5-week-old baby named Audrey. I'm I-Team8's Kat Sandoval, Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Amber desired to end their marriage, but her husband was intolerant of her desire to do so. After their baby was born, Robert became hostile. We are not sure, though, what motivated him to commit such a horrible thing. Amber will always be known as a kind person who cherished her daughter and enjoyed making other people happy. We wish the family justice and the ability to move on from this terrible loss. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.